Okay, so it's Tuesday, New Stylist Training Night, and we're just going to kind of go over the basics of really starting your business strong and earning like all the free jewelry and all the money that you can in your first 60 days. Because I mean, we love all the product, and so you guys are totally going to see the rewards as you progress through your first 60 days. And Stella that really, like, honestly throws product credit at you because they want you to succeed. They want you to build this amazing display. And so the fact that not only are we getting monthly product credit as stylists, like even I get to earn that, but as a stylist in their jumpstart, which is in your first 60 days, which I know Kayla, Alex, Kristen, you guys are all still in your jump start. So you are racking up a percentage of product credit once you sell 1,000. That kind of unlocks that special 10 to 20% back in product credit of your sales. So you're earning like loads on top of that. Amelia asked me to like see how much I earned in my jump start. I earned $1,037 of product credit in my jump start. And that wasn't including any other like quick start stuff. It was just Jumpstart. So it really pays to book some shows and really go for it in your first 60 days and just see if this is a good fit for you. I feel like you owe it to yourself to try for 60 days and see how it goes, and really use the person who brought you here and brought you along to help you get started. And that's kind of what I'm here for too, is like see where you guys are at and help you guys really start. So if you have not already, which I'm sure all of you have, order your samples. Have all of you ordered your samples? I know, Kristen, you've obviously been around a month. Alex, okay, and okay, cool. So we're past that. That's awesome. If you haven't already, you want to put on social media. We always say, like, just announce it. Like, just tell people. I know Alex did today. I happened to see yours on Facebook. And just spread awareness. Not like you're expecting to get sales. That's not what we really use social media for. But it's definitely just like, hey, guys, I just started this new business and I am so excited to share it with you. And here's why. So that's, I think, always a really important thing to do. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but I do think it's really important to just let people know what you're doing. It's kind of like if you opened a restaurant in town, you would not tell anybody about it. You know, you would tell people, hey, I have a new restaurant. You should come check it out. And I'm really excited about it. So that's kind of the same thing. The next thing, and honestly the most important thing you can do in your first like 10 to 14 days, I'd say first 2 weeks, to book your own show. If you have not booked your own launch show or have not done that yet and you've been in the business for a little while, I would really, really encourage you to do this. In person, I would say would be the most bang for your buck, the most dollars per hour, and the less work you have to put into it. So are any of you have like restrictions where you feel like you can't do in-home shows, or is there anybody that's like, I can only do online shows, anything like that? No? Okay, good. So not that online's bad. We have girls like Kara Omer, one of our directors, who strictly does, I think I would say 95% of her business online. She's a unicorn to me. Like I can't do that. I've tried online and they're kind of hit or miss for me. I'm just not like great at them. And they're just harder. For me, they're a little bit harder because you have to work it a different way. For me, it takes more time. In person, you get to connect with other people. You get to really show the product because they can see it and feel it, try it on for themselves. And it's just, to me, way more fun. So if you can do an in-home launch show, I highly recommend it. And pick a date that works for you. Look at your calendar. You can do like a Wednesday wine night. You could do a Saturday afternoon. Pick a day that works for you. Stick to it and send out an invitation about it. Have you guys poked around Mimi? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say Mimi? Okay. Alex, I don't see you, but I'm hoping that you know what Mimi is. It's one of our apps that we have. It's like a little digital assistant in your pocket. And once you've booked your own show in the lounge, you can actually just go on there and pull up all the images that have your information already on there. So we're now kind of in this new way of an invitation system. We've tried Facebook. We've tried Evite. We've tried everything as a company. We've trained on different things. And we're really finding that personal text message invitation is like the way to go. So it's as simple as taking that image and texting it to, 40 plus of your friends, acquaintances, family members, neighbors, church friends, kids' mom friends, whoever, and really leveraging those easy images that are built in there for you to spread the word. And it's personal. It's not like a big Facebook event that gets lost. You know, we've all been tagged in part of those. And I think it's a really great way to do it for your hostesses as well. So as you guys start to book shows, that you're going to be leveraging the Mimi invite system. And it's so simple. I even, if you're on my team, which I think everybody on this call is on my team. If you're on our team of the Lux Ladies, I just uploaded like a hostess coaching 101. Did you guys see that last week? And it's like gold. Like it's literally, you can copy and paste and make things sound like yourself, but it's amazing. And I just took some stuff from my friend Kim Jensen, who's awesome, and really just put it into one spot. I made a PDF and I made a Word document, and you guys are welcome to save that to your phone, copy and paste as you need to, and it's really great for invitations. So just kind of putting that out there. I know we want to book the shows before we can invite, because we can't use the invitation system if we don't have shows, but just know that that's a really easy, awesome way to invite people to your show. So you guys can certainly follow that. And if you're listening back to this and you're on Team Glam, I am happy, if I didn't already, to upload this to our Team Glam page so you guys can take advantage of that too. So your goal at your launch show, or really any show that you do, is to make your job look so simple. Because really, isn't this job really simple? We literally get to put out product and just have our friends and family try it on, or have a bunch of ladies try it on and have fun and feel confident. Even just the most simple piece can make someone feel put together. And I think that's like a really big deal for women. So I think just really showing how easy it is. So if you're hosting at your home, make it simple. I'm talking like a bottle of wine and a box of crackers. Like, they didn't come for the food. They came for you, and they came for the product and to have a good time. So really keep that simple. And when you're hostess coaching your hostesses, tell them the same thing. You want this to look very simple and duplicatable. So not only are people there going to be like, oh, I want to host one of these too, because I want to get a bunch for free, and look how easy that was. But it also makes your job look really easy. So it makes sponsoring easier too. So just kind of putting a bug in your ear about that. So besides your launch show, your goal, I would say, for anybody would be to book 3 more shows in your first 60 days. So like Kristen, I know you started like middle of January ish. I know you're on Lindsay's team. And the other gals had started, I know, this month. So you guys are relatively new as well. So I really think it's important to really make that list. And I know it sounds scary. Like, okay, can I think of like 40 plus people that I know that might want to do this? And I promise you, if you sit down and you look at those buckets of people, you do know that many people. We always talk about the Frank method. I know we talked about this on the last New Stylist training, but this really is like the easiest way to like bucket your friends and really try to think outside just your realm of like your close friends. So you do have your friends, you have acquaintances that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, but you think like, oh my gosh, it'd be so fun to reconnect with them and share this. I would love to see them and spoil them. Oh, awesome, Kristen. That's so great. Just booked 2 for March. I can't see the rest of it. Oh, good. Yay, that's so exciting. That's awesome. Congrats. So you have your friends, acquaintances, you have neighbors. Oh, I forgot ours, relatives, neighbors, your kids' friends' moms. I mean, any group of people that you can like kind of think in those buckets. I 100% encourage you to take a piece of paper and write the names down. Don't just think of them and then like, oh yeah, I'm gonna text them. I encourage you to make a list, a physical list. You could type it out if you're that kind of person, if you're like an Excel spreadsheet kind of gal, or if you're just a handwritten kind of gal. Write them down, type them out so you have them in front of you. So when you're doing your reach outs, it's just so easy to go through. So that's definitely one thing to think about. Because your first goal, obviously, is to sell $1,000 in your first 30 days, right? That's your quick start. So you're going to get tons of product credit for that. And some of you have already maybe passed that time. I know Kristen already hit her quick start too. But for you gals that are brand new, your goal is to do your launch show within your first 2 weeks so that you do hit that goal and you're like feeling success right away. And that really ignites kind of a fire, like, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can really do this. Kristen, can you give a little, I don't know if you're muted, but I know you hit yours very quickly. Did you do a launch show? What did you do? I wonder if I can unmute you. Let's see. What if I do this? Okay. Can you, oh, it won't let me. Shoot. Oh, that was Kayla. Oh, wait, you're unmuted. Can you talk? Oh, I don't hear you. Shoot. Well, you can type it in the comments if you want, unless you can start talking, and I'll stop talking if I hear you. But I know you hit your quick start really quickly, so I was just kind of curious what you did. It's always nice to hear from other people that are really new and see what they did to bring about their success. But again, your first goal is to hit your quick start, and that's to sell $1,000 in your first 30 days. And then when you do that, you're going to make about $250 in cash. You're going to unlock your $100 quick start bonus. You're going to unlock your 10% jump start bonus, which is another $100 in free credit. And if you sell $1,000 in that same month, so like month to month, you're going to get an extra $100 just because you're a stylist. Because now we actually accrue product credit every month based on your sales. So it's kind of crazy how much you're going to earn, and not only commission, but in product credit. So it's a really big deal, and it's a really exciting time. Like, I would do anything to go back to my Jumpstart and be able to earn, endless amounts of product credit. So just know it's theirs, it's yours for the taking. And if you want to make things happen, like, you can do it. Do you guys have questions about making your list? Any struggles with that? Any questions about any of that stuff? Oh, you tried. I know you tried. That's okay. I don't know what happened. Sorry. Okay. Oops, somebody else got on here. Oh, Karen's on. Okay. So making your list. And then the really scary part, honestly, is doing the reach outs. I feel like I have too many people to invite. That's a good problem to have, Alex. That's a really good problem to have. Invite all of them, because like if you don't know what I'm talking about, like our system, we always tell our hostesses to invite at least 40 people, because we know that only like a quarter of them are actually going to show up. So if you have 10 people show up to your party, that's amazing. That's really good. I would say 8 to 10 plus is like the sweet spot. So if you have 66 people to invite them. Do it personal with that text message and the image and like, hey, so excited. I would love to have you over for this. Can't wait to see you. That is awesome. So keep making your list, invite all the people that you want, and then your goal is going to be to book at those shows too. So just saying. Kristen, I focus on my family and good friends, had a launch party with them. And then for the last few, I went to those in small businesses who I supported, hairdresser, daycare. That's awesome. So yeah, so it's just kind of, you make it work the way you want to do it. That's kind of the cool part. Like, Kristen could have done an online launch, and that may have worked for her, may work for you guys. You kind of you're going to have to kind of play around with it. Personally, I'm an in-home kind of girl. So I would suggest doing an in-home launch. So just throwing that out there to you guys. So once you have these lists, right, you have these lists of like 40 people or 50 people, you're like, okay, now what do I do? Like, I don't know what to say. I'm frozen. Like, I remember thinking like, okay, I have these people. I know quite a few people. This is great. But now what do I do? And that really is the scariest part. I used to be really afraid of that. I was afraid of rejection. I was afraid of being annoying, kind of that sales gal you see online that you don't want to be. That's what I was really fearful of. And I feel like we all kind of feel that, right? And as you continue to grow in this and you do this more and more and more, that fear really tends to go away. But reaching out is still something you have to do. And so here's kind of the secret to reaching out is you just got to be confident. You just have to own the fact that you're asking someone like, hey, I would love to do a show for you and your girlfriends. Like, think about this: wine, girl time, and a free shopping spree for you. Like, this is going to be so much fun. So if you think about it as though like you're offering them something, you're not asking, they're not doing you guys a favor. It's not like you're like, hey, Sarah, I just started with Stella, like, would you want to do a show for me? It's not like that. So imagine, okay, my favorite store is Nordstrom, maybe Target, like kind of neck and neck. But if I went to Nordstrom and I was just walking around shopping and somebody came up to me who worked there and was like, hey, I just wanted to ask you, about this. I would love to come over next Tuesday. Yeah, like 5 days from now. And I'm going to bring over wine, and you invite like, a few of your closest girlfriends, and we just get to like shop like all of the Nordstrom stuff I'm going to bring over for you. And by the way, at the end of the day, you're going to get like a couple $100 in free Nordstrom like rewards to use. Is that okay with you? Like, would you want to do that? I'd be like, yes, let's do this tomorrow. You know, like this is an amazing service. I'd be so excited if somebody had offered me the opportunity to have some girl time, some shopping time, and then I get actually free stuff to do that. So kind of shift your mindset in not thinking of like, oh man, am I asking them to do me a favor? It's not like that. You are offering them something really, really awesome and fun. And I think as long as you think of it that way, and you come from a place of service, this will never feel weird to you. It will never feel like icky to you. It should not feel that way. So that's something that I just feel like is really important to know, is that mindset when you reach out is of confidence, of excitement, and that like you want to spoil them and you want them to have a really good time and you have something really cool to offer. So definitely think about that. For words to say, just be excited. There are loads of words to say when you're reaching out. We actually have that new kind of like one page, right after you sign up, we just made this, and it's kind of like a new stylist checklist. Kristen, I sent one to you in the mail. I know I sent a couple of other gals one too. And it has actual like words to say on how to reach out. And they're so easy. They're so simple. It's kind of like what I just said, like, hey, I would love to do like a fun girls night for you. Like, what do you think? Like Wednesday wine night or like a Saturday afternoon? And I always offer 2 dates to people. I don't say like, what do you think? Or like, you know, I don't say like, does that sound like a good time to you? Or what are your thoughts on that? I just say like, this is going to be so much fun. I already act as though it's already happening. Like, this is going to be so much fun. How about a Wednesday wine night or like a Saturday afternoon in? And you are in control of the conversation and you are offering the service. Yeah, I love the personal connection. I think it's so important in today's world. I totally agree with that, Kristen. I feel, and that's my number one thing I tell people when I actually am talking about like them hosting. I'm like, you know what? Wouldn't it be fun to get your girlfriends together? Because we just don't do that enough, you know? And we have so much going on, and we can get together for wine, for shopping, for some girl time, and you get free stuff. Like, it would be a blast. And so if you really come from a place of service and connection, you can't go wrong. Ashley said it's personal. I like to add in personal detail about them and their families so it's not so copy and paste. Absolutely. Make it totally you and for them. What I don't like to do is make like small talk and then offer a style session. Like, that to me feels a little bit weird. Like, hey, haven't talked to you forever. How are you? Like, and then like asking, because it just kind of feels like I set them up. That's just a total personal thing for me. If I want to talk to somebody and I haven't talked to them forever, I'm either going to truly develop a relationship with them over time and then maybe offer something, but I'm not typically going to like offer something right away when I've been like talking about their family. You know what I'm saying? And actually, that's not what you're saying at all. I know exactly what you mean. You're just putting in a little tidbit like, oh my gosh, came across your picture. Like, your family's adorable. Totally thought of you, and blah, 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 blah. So, and that's an awesome way to approach that. Kristen said, Lindsay also has shown me that it's okay to ask a newbie why they are saying no too. I totally understand. So this is a quote. I totally understand since I am new and learning. Can you help me and let me know why you're not into it? So, and it's opened up a lot of conversations. So that's really great because it is good to learn. Like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Like, why, you know, I'd love to know why. And also, you guys, you're going to get no's. This is like something that I feel like you just have to know, like out in the open right when you start, so that if you get a no or you get a no response, you don't shut down and think, I can't do this. The first thing Amelia told me when I signed up, she's like, you know, we're going to do this together. I'm going to help you out. We're going to get started. Just know that when you get no's or no responses, like, that's totally normal. Like, wouldn't it be weird if everybody said yes? And I was like, yeah, you're right. That would be super weird if everyone was like, yeah, sign me up. So yeah, very normal to get no's, to get no responses. And over time, you will learn how to overcome these objections of I'm too busy. You know, there's just 100,000, you know, objections in the book that somebody could come up with. And that's not a no. That's not a hard no. A hard no is, no, I don't host things. Thank you for thinking of me, but that's just not for me. Okay, that's a hard no. You're not going to reach back out to that person. But if they said, oh, it sounds like fun, but I'm just not sure I have the time, that's not a hard no. That's somebody saying, I really want to, but here's a reason why I think I might not be able to do that. you're the one that's going to help them overcome that. It's like, oh my gosh, I totally know how you feel. Like, we are so busy nowadays too. And now that it's snowing, it's been nuts. But this is even a better excuse to get out of the house and actually get together with your girlfriends, because they probably haven't seen you in a really long time. So you can really kind of overcome anything. And if you guys have objections that you're like, I don't know how to handle this, just screenshot it and put it on our team pages. That's what our team pages are for. We're there to help you. We are there to encourage you. We're there all to give input if you need it. So don't feel like you can't put things up on the Facebook page. As long as everything on the page is like positive, you're not like complaining about something. You can talk to me if you have complaints. But as long as it's like a positive, or like we're trying to learn together, please post it. Like, I love that. I love seeing other people chime in. Oh, here's what I would say. Here's what I would say. And it's really helpful to hear. I even love hearing what other people have to say. I've done this for 2 years. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's like, I should definitely start implementing that, So I feel like there's really a lot of power in using each other to help each other out. And I've done a lot of talking. Do you guys have any questions at this point? I'm pretty much almost done. Is there anything that you guys have questions on? No? Okay. Let's see. The last thing is, I'm sure you guys have heard about this, but I always want to mention this, because if I hadn't been told this at the beginning, I wouldn't have done this. But the Bring Along a Friend bonus is amazing. If you are starting and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, how could I possibly sponsor somebody or bring along a friend to do this? We've all been there. And here's kind of the cool part about sponsoring in your first 30, 60 days is you don't know what you're doing, right? You're learning. So why not have a friend do this with you that you guys can do it together? Lindsay Nyans and I started on the exact same day. We are like best friends. So think about all the circles of friends that we have in common, right? We have tons of friends in common. So that was kind of a concern of ours, like, oh my gosh, we know everybody the same. Like, are we really going to make this work with both of us doing it? We both live in the same city. It was not a problem at all. And it was actually really fun, because not only were we starting at the exact same time, but we got to learn together. We got to bounce ideas off of each other. We got to connect even more, made us even closer friends. So doing this with somebody that's like a friend of yours is really, really fun. And so if it's something you're thinking like, I can't do that, I don't even know anything about this business, I've been doing this for a week, like, how could I possibly bring somebody along? Yes, there's perks to it as far as like what you can get in product credit and whatever, but all that even aside, it is just so much more fun when you have a friend that's doing it with you. So just think about that. Think about who would be on my dream team? Like, if I could make a list of 10 people that I would just love to do this business with, because I get to talk to them more and we get to grow and learn together, I would encourage you to just say something like, this is totally crazy. And you might think I'm nuts. I don't know why I'm even saying this, but I feel like you would love to do this with me. I just started this. Like, you're super adorable, or whatever the reasoning is that you think they'd be great, just tell them. And if anything, if they're like, oh, I don't think that's for me, or there's some like hard no, just like, you know what, it's totally fine. At least just take it as a compliment that I thought you'd be great at this. Because who wouldn't be complimented by the fact that you thought someone would love to do what you're doing, and share that with them? So there's that. What you get when you bring somebody along in your initial 60 days, there's a couple different parts to it. For every person that you bring along that goes on to Quick Start Qualify as well, so they sell $1,000 in their first 30 days and you are still in your Jumpstart, you get $300 of product credit for every single person. So Kristen, for example, if you brought along 2 friends in this next month, you're still in your Jumpstart, and they go on to Quick Start Qualify, which is with your help, with the help of New Stylist training, all these tools we have in place really make it easy to do that now. When they do that, you get $300 for each person that did that. And then when you and just one friend sell $2,000 in the same month in your Jumpstart, you would promote to Associate Stylist, and then you get an additional $500 in product credit and a $100 cash bonus and team commissions and like a leader bracelet and like all this other fun stuff. So that's kind of like the first level of like our leadership promotions, is the Associate Stylist. And doing that in your Jumpstart is like a really big deal. And they say that like 70% of people, stylists, who sponsor one person, just one person in their first 60 days, are like 1,000 times more successful and stay in the business longer than people who don't. So if anything, think about sponsoring as just like, okay, How can I have more fun? How can I grow and see what I'm even capable of doing? And if it's scary to you to sponsor, talk to the person who invited you here, because they now have you to hang out with and talk to and bounce ideas off of. And I promise you that they're having a lot more fun too. So talk to them. If you're nervous about anything or kind of worried about sponsoring, just talk to them, okay? They can help you out with those. And just the last thing for you guys is remembering why you're doing this. Like, why'd you sign up? Like, think about that. What was the reason you signed up? Was it the product credit? Was it to get out of the house, once a week or twice a month or something to see your girlfriends and do a trunk show? Was it the income? Could be 100 different things. I know that when I started, the reason why I started is not at all the reason why I'm here now. I'm totally different spaces than I was 2 years ago. And it's fun to watch that change. But one thing I can tell you, and one thing I've learned just over doing this, is amazing things can happen when you get out of your comfort zone. When you go from being kind of timid and really a little not confident, I want you guys to feel confident in what you're doing. And I know as a new stylist, that can feel scary because you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. But no one knows that. People think, even though you just started, they're going to think you're the expert. So just act like it. Be confident, get out of your comfort zone. Go do a pop-up if you want. Go to a local coffee shop and say, hey, can I pop my stuff up here for an hour? Go to Pottery Barn. They do pop-ups all the time with Stella and I. There's tons of different places you can meet new people if that's a concern of yours. There's really endless opportunity with Stella and I, which I think is what kind of makes the business so exciting, is you are in complete control. Especially in your jumpstart, you're in complete control of your income, of the amount of product credit you're going to get, the number of lives you can change with having other ladies do this with you. It's kind of in your hands. They're not going to penalize you if you don't do anything, but they're sure going to reward you if you do. So I think as long as you just kind of think, okay, what do I want out of this? And really think hard on that, that might kind of propel you to do the steps that it's going to take to get you to feel success and keep going. So that's my little encouragement for the night. Do you guys have any questions? I didn't want to go too long. It's been about half an hour. So anything I can tackle, any questions you have? No, crickets. Lots of stuff in the messages though, so that's good. Yeah, it is a lot more fun when you do it with people you know. It's absolutely the truth. So yeah, and Ashley just signed up about 3 months ago. So, oh my gosh, yeah, guys, my new shirt. Okay, this just came in the mail today. This is the new, don't mind the sweatpants, but this is the new star tee. It's a little bit longer in the back, and it's just really like easy to wear. And I love V-necks, so it's like totally my jam. But yeah, it's really, I didn't get the blue one, but now I think I kind of want the blue one because I love just like basic t-shirts. I could see this with like some black leggings and like a jean jacket. So it's really cute. I was going to say the same thing. I wasn't sure about it. Oh yeah. Yeah. I really do love it. It's just easy to wear. Okay. Well, I think that's it, guys. I hope I answered your questions and hope you learned something. Did you learn something new? I'm always like worried I don't say enough good things on these calls, but, honestly, guys, just go for it. You have nothing to lose. If that's any advice that you've taken out of this, just make a list, do some reach outs, and book some shows. You will not regret making the money. You will not regret getting the product credit and meeting all these new people you're going to meet. So really, I would say just go for it and have fun with it. This is meant to be fun and not stressful. I know we can kind of like put a lot of pressure on ourselves. It's just natural, but just really have fun with it. And I think you'll see amazing things happen when you just like step outside of your little bubble and just go for it. I was the same way when I started. I was really nervous and I didn't know what I was doing. And things happened very quickly because I just did the work. I took the actions. I didn't overthink it and I just did it. So that's my advice. Just do it. Okay. Just Nike, just do it. Okay. That's all I have for you guys. I will post this recording so we can share with other friends, but I hope you guys have a great night. If you guys have any questions, feel free to text me, message me on Facebook, whatever. I'm an open book. I love to help you guys. So, all right. That's it, friends. Okay. We'll talk to you later.